do some ODST gameplay. I've tried to do multiplayer, but it's too distracting and like difficult. Um, I'm making this. I don't know. I wanted to make vlogs for a while, just as a way to like track where I'm at for future me to see, or like I don't know if anybody on the internet like can relate and see it. Like I don't know. The internet's crazy. Whoa, what a crazy statement. Like duh. Um, like I'm not saying anything new there. I'm gonna start that checkpoint over. It's it's I'm in a weird place in general right now. I have a ton of trouble with managing my emotions. Um and with like feeling depressed and anxious, less anxious than depressed, so that's mostly my thing right now. Both of which are really, really hard. I've had much bigger struggles with anxiety in the past than I do now. I've definitely gotten better at like dealing with the anxiety to some degree. Right now, I have like no skills for the depression. Like I don't know what I'm doing in regards to that. It's really overwhelming. I'm in a new place. I'm in college. It's like, how do I deal with my feelings about this? Um, so it's like I need these skills. I don't have these skills even, and I feel lost. And who doesn't feel lost, right? It's like, duh. Um, like I don't feel like I need to know everything that I'm gonna do with myself, in my life. I just would like to have like some sort of direction. And right now I feel pretty directionless. Like not even in like the regular like I don't even know what I'm gonna do. It's like I don't even have momentum right now. Like I'm doing nothing. I'm not even like trying to figure it out, which is like pretty sucky. Um feeling. It's like, oh man. Bummer. Bummer. What a bummer. I like the word bummer because I feel like it says nothing. And I'm really into the fact that it says nothing. Like I think it's cool how it like is like whoa, like that's such an understatement for the thing I was trying to describe. And that's cool I think because it's like if you use it in that context it can become like an acknowledgement of that and like works really well as a description of like wow things are like beyond my even like comprehension right now so bad that I can only use the word bummer to describe them. It's like wow how inadequate. That's appealing to me about it. I want that. Give it to me. Um, so yeah, my mental state right now is like a real bummer scenario. I'm all like, Sh shit, bro. So I'm in a bummer sort of state. Like, what can you do? I don't know what to talk about here. It's like I'm unhappy. I'm sad. Oh, I'm so sad. Woe is me. Look at this poor girl. I wish I had healthcare on demand for real. I'm talking to a psychiatrist later today, I guess. Um, I'm looking forward to that. I want to get like I've been on Lexapro and I've been on like I can't remember the name of it. I didn't take it very long because it was didn't do anything. I think it's what's it called? It's like whatever. I don't remember. I just remember it didn't really work. So it was another like SSRI. It just made me feel dizzy, and I didn't like feeling dizzy. So I went off of that, But I'm hoping I can get prescribed like Wellbutrin, because that'll help me kick cigarettes also, which would be really nice to not have a cigarette nicotine addiction anymore. This is like real xenophobia. Not cool, bro. I'm feeling conflicted about my future and stuff. You know, it's like I have all these hopes. I have many hopes. Like I'm quite hopeful and I do care about myself and my well-being. But there's like another part of my brain that really pushes against that. And I think that's like pretty common mental illness experience, you know, where you got alienation from yourself. You feel like I feel like my own enemy and stuff, you know, it's like really weird and hard to, to feel that way. Like you're your own enemy. It's like just such an uncomfortable experience. Like truly, quite a bit of suffering involved in that. Oh, like the shotgun. This game has a good shotgun. I'm kind of, I've played this before, but I'm kind of tweaking still. I like feeling afraid in games. It's cool. It feels like exciting, like I can feel at least like something. I want that, yes. Um, Video games, video games. Video games make me happy usually. I usually play them a lot when I'm trying to like escape, which feels kind of good to be able to do. Here we go. There's helmet. I'm gonna skip this. I had a crisis tonight. It didn't feel great. Felt pretty sad. So I when I walked around at night, and that felt good. It was good to like clear my head in that way. Um, their heads are so big. Speaking of heads, oh my god. I like editing and making videos. I hope that somebody will like see these, like at least like just a few people, and like it'll make them feel seen, or like they're not alone. Because I like art that does that. Like it's sort of embarrassing, but I listen to a lot of like e-punk and like incel core, which is like pretty misaligned with like who I am. But they're like sad dudes. Like, they like feel real shit. So it's like part of me is like, wow, these dudes suck and have a totally like maladaptive and messed up way of relating to these problems.
You're one lucky SOB.
See any more come down?
Ah, negative. But I didn't see much of anything after that flash. But listen, some of these buildings are open. Should be able to get inside. Flank the Covenant on the streets.
Roger that. Thanks.
I want to download that mod that makes like the weapon animations different to make you feel more like you're just a regular person instead of like a Spartan. I saw a showcase of it on YouTube the other day. I thought it was cool. Hurt and suffering are pretty major parts of my day-to-day experience, which like sounds pretty sad and is, but it's like I kind of know how to deal with some of it, but right now it's just like overwhelming. And I'm like, goodness me. No Marines, I'm sorry. I guess that's kind of all I wanted to talk about actually. Like I think I'm good. I had a hard time tonight and I kind of moved past it a little bit. Not really. But I worked through it. I talked to people. I like did crisis management a little bit. Maybe not the healthiest crisis management, but I made it through. I'm pushing forward. I feel like that's really good for me. Like not good for me, but like I'm impressed by myself that I was able to do that. Because usually I'm not able to deal with stuff like this. in a super healthy way. And so the fact that I was able to do anything at all, I think is pretty significant for me. I feel pretty proud of myself in that way. I'm trying to say something. I don't know if I'm trying to be like super insightful. I want to like have something to say here to make this worth posting so I can see it later and at some point. No, Marine. I want this to be worth like looking back at, or maybe for somebody who's seeing it for the first time, like worth watching. I'll edit it to make it like more easy to follow and stuff. I think like I'll get better. This is like my first vlog, like I said, so part of me is like it can be kind of bad, and probably like nobody will see it anyways. And I'm not really hoping for this to like, become like a big thing. That's not what I'm wanting like at all. I have a few other videos I want to make though. Like not really video essays, more like less structured than that, but just like talking about my feeling about a certain piece of art. I feel like that would be cool to do. I like when people talk about their feelings on art, so like I think it'd be cool. Maybe somebody will like it. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like I've talked about what I wanted to. I'm gonna call it there and probably edit this now.